Major job attitudes in the workplace. In today's work world, attitude plays a very significant role because attitudes are the evaluative judgments concerning people, object, or thing. Take a second to imagine a farmer, a doctor, an insurance salesman, and a cab driver. While these job types are extremely different, each person that holds one of these positions or both, like a cab driving doctor, has an attitude about the job as a whole. There can be aspects they like, aspects they hate, and some that they don't have an opinion on one way or the other. However, no matter what the job is, we all have attitude towards our job, that whether we like it or dislike it. Attitudes as they relate to our jobs encompasses the entire work environment, culture and functions. And considering all these things, we express simply we like it or we dislike it. They will impact not only how we view our jobs, but also how well or how poorly we do them. Job-related attitudes can be traced based on the degree of satisfaction and involvement in the organization. So major job attitudes are expressed in terms of job satisfaction, job involvement, organizational commitment, perceived organizational support, and employee engagement. First, job satisfaction. Job satisfaction refers to an individual's general attitude toward his or her job, and this general attitude can be like I like the job, I like being with my work, these things like that. The word job satisfaction is a positive and it shows the positive attitude, and the opposite of job satisfaction is job dissatisfaction, when we express that I don't like my job. A person with a high level of job satisfaction holds a very positive attitude towards the job, while a person with dissatisfied with his or her job holds negative attitude about the job. It is the positive feeling about one's job resulting from an evaluation of its characteristic. That is, after evaluating the job related characteristics, the positive feeling is the job satisfaction and the negative feeling is the job dissatisfaction. There are several components that are associated with job satisfaction, and they are recognition, equitable compensation, ability to grow in the position, and responsibility commensurate with compensation. If these things are positive, then we say that it is job satisfaction, and these things are negative, then we call it as we are dissatisfied with our job. Next is job involvement. The degree to which a person identifies with a job, identifies that person with his job, that this is my job, actively participate in it, directly works with the job, and consider performance very much important and significant to the self-worth is called job involvement. So under job involvement, we see three things. A person thinks that this is my job, actively participates in it, and consider the performance is significant for personal or self-worth. Employees with a high level of job involvement strongly identify with their work and they care about their job. High level of job involvement is also related to reduced absences and lower resignation rates. These aspects of attitude relates to how engaged a person is with doing their job and the level of enthusiasm they have for doing it. So the enthusiasm and the eagerness towards solving a problem is related with job involvement. Organizational commitment. Organizational commitment is the degree to which an employee identifies with a particular organization, thinking that this is my organization. Its goals and wishes to maintain membership in this organization. Organizational commitment has been found to have some relationship to the performance and in particular for new employees. One distinct benefit of organizational commitment is the likelihood that an employee will engage in work even if he is dissatisfied to a tolerable level, that in a tolerable level someone is dissatisfied but still that person is holding this organization. This is the result of the commitment, because in spite of feeling of dissatisfaction the employee feels a sense of organizational loyalty. Three separate dimensions to organizational commitment, that is organizational commitment has three dimensions. First one is effective commitment, second one is continuous commitment, and third one is normative commitment. First one, effective commitment. It is an emotional attachment to the organization and a belief in its values. Example, a Petco employees may effectively committed to the company because its involvement with animals. That some of the person or some employee joined in a company that gives value to the animals because the person personally has emotion over the fact, and that is the emotional segment of an attitude. Next, continuous commitment. It is the perceived economic value of remaining with an organization compared to leaving it. It indicates that if I leave this organization, I will be dissatisfied and I will be hurt due to or in terms of economic or monetary value. I will be the loser in terms of monetary value, and that is the continuous commitment, and due to the loss of money I will not leave this organization, and this indicates the continuous commitment. Example, employee may be committed to an employer because she is paid well and feels it would hurt her family if they quit. Last one, normative commitment. It is an obligation to remain with the organization for moral or ethical reasons. That there are reasons when I got support from this organization, and if I leave right now, it seems like unethical or morality problem. That's why I will stay with this organization. For example, an employee who is spearheading a new initiative may remain with an employer because he feels it would leave the employer in a lurch if he left it. That is, I was trained up for a project and the project had initiated its activities, and now if I leave this project then the whole organization will be loser. So believing that whole organization will be loser if I leave it, and that's why I would not leave it, these types of thinking is the normative commitment. Next, perceived organizational support. In many attempts we say it POS. Perceived organizational support is the degree to which employees believe that the organization values their contribution and cares about their well-being. The perception of fairness in the employee's mind is a key factor in determining employees' willingness to work hard for the organization. In addition, employees have a higher perceived organizational support when they perceive they have some input to decision-making processes. Employees with a strong pause perceptions have been found more likely to have higher levels of organizational citizenship behavior. Citizenship behavior is thinking that this is my organization. Lower level of tardiness and better customer services. Next, employee engagement. Employee engagement goes beyond just job satisfaction and includes involvement and enthusiasm for the job, that is eagerness of doing and continuing this job. Highly engaged employees have a passion for their work and feel a deep connection into their company. Here, engagement indicates that involvement of the employee in all decision-making activities into the organization. Disengaged employees have essentially checked out, putting time but not energy or attention into their work. Engagement becomes a real concern for most organizations because surveys indicate that few employees between 17% and 29% are highly engaged by their work.